What's for lunch, I hear you say? We have a courgette and wild garlic frittata. The perfect weekend brunch, or work from home lunch, or someone says they're coming over and you need to rustle something up. It's your solution. This is a courgette. I'm using wild garlic because it's come into season this week and therefore it has to go into everything. If it's not wild garlic season or you can't get your hands on any, use spinach, use any fresh herbs you've got, parsley, feta, parsley feta? Feta's not a herb, is it? Parsley, mint, dill, tarragon, you name it, you've got it, put it in. I'm gonna start by mandolining a couple of courgettes. This is super quick because there is no pre-cooking required, no soaking, no squeezing out the water. If you grate your courgettes, it's a different story. It looks like loads. You think, wow, 2 courgettes for 2 people. First of all, these aren't that big. I'm cooking this mainly on the hob and then putting it under the grill really quickly in the oven. If you happen to be making this and making something else, you can also make this in the oven. You know, pop it in like a 200, 220 degree oven for 10 minutes or so. It will puff up slightly differently. Same effect. Takes slightly longer and I'm impatient. I'm using 2 colours because, you know, I like colour. Courgettes are done. I've washed my wild garlic well and wrung it out. You need to wash it. You need to wash a wild garlic. It's full of critters, especially if you're foraging it. I'm just gonna roughly chop this. I would say it's a good handful. It does dilute when it cooks, so you're not gonna be like full of garlic. The good news is that if you're making this during wild garlic season, you really don't need to add anything else to this frittata. You don't need onions or garlic because this has all the allium you need. I'm making this for 2, and because this is courgette heavy, I'm only going to use 4 eggs, but feel free to scale it up. Splash of milk, just to loosen everything up. And do not forget to season them. A really good sprinkling of salt here. And a quick whisk. Get them all mixed up. Now we're just going to add all our courgette and then some more seasoning. It's going to look like it's not going to fit, but I promise it does. That's the beauty of the slicing it. It's almost like a courgette tart here. Let's chuck in our wild garlic, which is going to give it this gorgeous green and incredible flavour. This is a very eyeball dish going on here. I mean, it barely looks like there's any egg left, but trust me, it's going to puff up and you can see I'm mixing it all in. Now, again, an eyeball situation. And I'm going to crumble this in. This is goat's feta, so it's actually slightly crumblier. This is also going to add a great flavour. It's going to be all the salt you need against the courgettes, which while I love and eat all the time, they do err on the bland side. Okay. Mix that through, and now we're just going to pop it on the heat. I've got my favourite pan on the heat here, and I'm going to add a generous knob of butter. You'll know when the pan's hot because the butter will be melted. Pour this in. Get every inch of goodness out of here. Smooth over the top and just let that cook. I'm also going to add some parmesan to the top of this, because when it goes under the grill I want it to have a lovely crust. So that's going to cook for about 5 to 7 minutes. You'll see it's going to all firm up. You can come take a look then, and then I'm going to pop it under the grill for 2 minutes, and I'm not going to walk away the way I did the other day and let it burn. I'm going to stand there patiently. So that is set around the edges. Can you see? Still something to be done in the middle there, so I'm going to pop it under the grill so that the underside doesn't overcook too much. 2 to 3 minutes. Keep an eye on it. How about that? 10 minutes. In your gob. Straight out of the oven. It's burning my board here, but that's fine. This couldn't be simpler. I started this 10 minutes ago and here we are. It's ready. This is a perfect, I would say a 2 greedy, 3 normal person thing for lunch. I should be looking here. Too greedy, to be a normal person lunch. You need nothing more than a green salad, a piece of toasted bread if you want, little hot sauce. This is also totally scalable. First of all, you can mess with the ingredients. You can add spinach. You can add all kinds of fresh herbs that are sitting in your fridge. You can shake up the cheese and put cheddar. You can also make it in a roasting tin and not in a frying pan at all. Just mix the ingredients and bake it in the oven at 200 degrees until the center is set, and then cut it into squares if you're having a party. I mean, this is the gift that keeps on giving. And if you know me, and if you've been following along for a while, you know that eggs for lunch are my thing. Just going to show you how light and fluffy this is on the inside. It's so hot, it's steaming, can you see? We're in a rush to eat here. For more lunchtime tips, follow for more.